Hello, everybody. Larissa here, and welcome to my Lunch and Learn, where each and every week we're here with topics to help you elevate your confidence. Oh my goodness, my word. Be at your best and radically expand your life. And today you are in for a treat because we're talking about confidence. And if you've ever noticed someone just walk into a room and totally own it, while others maybe shrink back and second guess every single move, maybe you've been in one of those positions, or sometimes you might even flip flop in between. I want to tell you that confidence isn't something you're born with. It is something that we can rewire. It's something you can learn, and it's something that you can totally and fully embody. It's not about faking it till you make it, but true confidence does not come from pretending. It comes from programming. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So tell me where you're coming in from, and if you're tuning in by replay, type in replay in the chat. If it is your first time here, type in first time in the chat. And I want to thank you for being here. I appreciate your presence. Now, some of you know me, some of you don't. I'm Larisa Makuch, Canada's leading abundance mentor, and we work with professional women that have beautiful lives and are ready to take their lives and businesses to the next level because they know they are destined for even more. It's so easy to fall into the trap of holding yourself back or playing just a little smaller than you know you could. And our community is all about helping women enrich their lives. Now, I want you to think of your brain like a thermostat. Okay. And it is wired. It's got certain programming in it. And when you program a thermostat, let's say it's set to 68 degrees and you open a window, it's going to adjust back to 68 degrees. If your internal confidence level is set too low, it doesn't matter how much external success comes back in, it's going to change permanently on the inside. And so it's just like a thermostat. Wherever your thermostat temperature is set, if it gets too hot or too cold in the house, what you've got to do is reprogram the setting. If you want to make it warmer in the house, you've got to actually change the programming. If you want to make it cooler, you've got to change the programming. Whatever instructions you put into your thermostat or mind at this point is what is going to dictate your results. So it works the exact same way. Now, the simple thing with a thermostat is you just touch your finger and then you see the button move and all of a sudden you know where you're going. When it comes to something like confidence or your own personal internal programming, what's a little tricky is you may not be able to see it, but what you can see is the result of it. And so let's take a look at what confidence really is and maybe what it's not. Let's start with what it's not. Confidence is not about being the loudest person in the room. Confidence is not about faking it till you make it. Confidence is not about having zero fear or no self-doubt. But what it is it's a trust that you can handle whatever comes your way, right? You have this inner knowing that, yeah, whatever comes my way, I can handle it. It might not be easy, it might not be fun, but I know that when I align my heart, my soul, and my mind, everything is going to work. Confidence is having the mental state trained through repetition. So it's not about one and done, right? Confidence doesn't just show up and stay on your doorstep. Confidence is a state of mind. It's a state of being that the more you use it, the stronger it gets. And it's not something that happens outside of you. I mean, nice clothes can help, but that's not what's going to build it. And confidence is built through actions, not just affirmations. So the action side of confidence is absolutely critical. So often you can just repeat, I'm confident, I'm confident, I'm confident. We love affirmations around here, but it's not enough, because if you're not doing what's required to affirm to your physical body that the affirmations you're saying are truthful, it's not going to believe you. So research by Harvard Business School says that confidence isn't just a personality trait. It is a skill that can actually be trained. And it's trained through repeated experiences of success and failure. Okay, so successes can build confidence, and also the overcoming of failures, or bouncing back from failures, continuing to move forward in spite of failure, absolutely help build confidence. And I'd probably beg to say that it's the failures that build more confidence when you keep getting up again, but then the successes. And it's confidence is like a muscle, right? If you don't train your muscle, it weakens. If you don't go to the gym, if you lay in bed for weeks on end, your muscles will atrophy. But if you work your muscles consistently, if you go to the gym, right? In this case, we're talking about the brain gym, the confidence gym, it will grow stronger and more automatic. They just start to work for you. And back in my previous experience in the movement field, I worked with a lot of people, a lot of different types of people, and we did a lot of post rehab work. And when I was working with clients that had strokes, right, their brain did not have the programming it used to have, and so their brain used to know how to do things like open and close a hand. Seems like a really simple thing, but after you have a stroke, to be able to open your fingers is a lot of effort because you need to retrain your neural pathways to be able to move. It's not painful to open the hand, but it does not have the neurological connection to even keep your finger open at some point or even move your finger. You have to relearn how to do that. It takes an intense amount of concentration. However, the more you do it, the easier it gets, even when the old wiring has been damaged. You don't necessarily strengthen the old neural pathways. You have to rebuild new ones. And when I was working in that field, and especially when I worked with clients that had strokes, it was so rewarding to see, because it was a very direct correlation to the effort they put in to relearn something basic for most people, but brand new to them in this new phase of their journey, was absolutely remarkable. And confidence works the same way. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Now, what you need to know is your results today are a reflection of your past conditioning and your thoughts yesterday. So your confidence, in turn, your confidence level today is also a reflection of your past conditioning. And if you have past conditioning that come from childhood experiences, or maybe past failures where you really needed external validation to shape how much you trusted yourself, you're not going to have the same level of confidence as someone that grew up differently. You might have heard, like, who do you think you are? You're not ready for that. Don't bother even trying. And adopted those as your subconscious truths. Logically, you know it doesn't make sense, but deep down, there's still this feeling that maybe you're just not good enough. Maybe you're just not good enough. And there might be plenty of evidence in your world that says you are, yet deep down, you just don't believe it. And so this is what childhood experiences do. And when they are working for you, they condition you to think like, wow, I'm an amazing person. Wow, I am the best at what I do. I can move forward in confidence. When I fall, I can get back up, and you know what? It might even be fun. We all have different conditioning, but whatever conditioning we have from our past and we continue to carry forward without changing, it will follow us. So Dr. Joe Dispenza, in Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, he does a lot of work in the neuroscience field. And he talks about your brain literally rewiring itself based on thought and experiences. So if you spend years doubting yourself, your brain is wired for doubt. If you spend years pumping yourself up and being confident in yourself and taking confident actions, it's wired for success. Now, what you need to know is wherever your current programming is set, wherever your current mental wiring is set, you can reprogram it for confidence. So just think about a time where you felt totally confident. And maybe just close your eyes and step into that memory. Go back to that time where you were totally confident. See what you saw, hear what you heard, and feel the feelings of total confidence right here, and right now. And when you go back to that moment in your mind, your unconscious mind cannot tell the difference between what's real and what's imagined. When you notice how you stand, how you speak, how you walk, how you talk, that version of you still exists inside. You may not have been acting that way recently. However, you can keep borrowing that experience and stepping into that moment to build your confidence muscle. So, how do you rewire yourself and rewire these limiting beliefs and limitations that you may have adopted and strengthen your self-confidence? First is you've got to identify and interrupt these limiting beliefs. As these false truths come up, this old programming comes up, you've got to identify it and just slap it, send it away. Think about where you learned these habits or these programs from. Notice if the belief is serving you. So programs, they show up, right? Your mental programs show up in your current results. If you don't like how much money you're earning, your mental programming is set for you to believe you're worth that much. If you believe you're worth more, you'd be earning more. If you truly believed it, you would already have more. Maybe you think you believe more, but there's some part of you that doesn't because you don't have it yet. If you truly believe you're worthy of a certain position, you're going to apply for it. You're going to keep moving towards that position, and you will get a certain type of position. If you don't have a position in your company, in your family, in your charitable organization, it's because you don't believe you're worthy or you simply haven't done the work. And so this is where you can start looking at what are some of the thoughts and what are some of the beliefs behind my situation. If you don't like where your situation is, don't beat up on yourself. But until you identify these limiting beliefs, which we do with clients in breakthroughs all the time, these are often outside of your awareness. So you have to do a little bit of digging and investigating. Nothing's going to change because it's going to be hidden back there under the surface. Now, the second thing is upgrade your self-talk. You've got to replace these old negative affirmations with positive and effective affirmations. When you're saying things that don't feel like they're true, when you're condescending yourself, and you're like, oh, I just don't know how I'd ever do that. You might say things in passing. However, the thing is, these are serious, serious things to consider. You do not want to be saying awful things in passing. You want to be only speaking the truth you desire. Maybe you can't identify as a billionaire and you're like, I want to have more money. Well, and then you're like, okay, I saw a show with billionaires. I want to be a billionaire. And you say, I'm going to be a billionaire. I'm a billionaire. I'm a billionaire. I saw it on affirmations, but you don't believe it. And you can speak the truth and talk about things in a truthful way. Like I'm learning to build financial success. Wow. I'm saving more money today than I ever have before. My financial habits are moving me forward with integrity, with authenticity, with grace. Great. So you want to make sure that you're speaking truths and you're speaking your truths regardless of what others say. And if you can't buy into it, if you don't feel aligned, if you don't feel good about it, it's not right. Don't say it. Step number 3, take small aligned actions. Now, confidence is built through action, not thought. To truly put the cherry on the, oh my goodness, the milkshake, right? If you have a milkshake with a little bit of whipping cream and that cherry on top, to put that cherry right on top, that is where action is required. You will never actually fully feel confident if you don't take the actions required for the thing you desire. You can't just think confidence and have it fully and completely. You might in that split second, but it won't be long lasting. And when researcher Carol Dweck, she wrote the book called Mindset. She said, confidence grows when you take action and prove to yourself that you are capable. Because the first time you do something, you might fall on your face and you might be terrible. The second time, you might still fall on your face and be terrible. But if you keep coming back again and again and again, this thing that you want to learn, the next level of success you desire, it's going to be available for you. And you're going to be able to prove yourself capable one day and one step at a time. If you want to act, if you want to get paid like a CEO, if you want to be a CEO, start acting like a CEO. Make quick and intelligent decisions. Okay, this is where you start treating people well. Realize it's about leading and casting visions for people. So making sure to keep casting visions for yourself and for those around you. You can start stepping into this role and into this mindset for yourself before you're even there. And as you're moving towards that, by taking these deliberate actions. And that is where the neuroscience of that, it will lock these strategies in you and make them a part of you. So confidence is a bit like a staircase. You don't just jump to the top in one leap. It might feel like you're taking one step at a time. When you truly align your mind, your body, your soul, when you have clarity, you practice the things you need to build your confidence, and you have some good solid conviction behind that, you can start making further jumps faster. Okay. And so you can absolutely skip the rungs on the achievement ladder the more alignment you've got. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope this is spoken to you. If you have any questions, let me know. But my point is, confidence isn't something you're born with. Confidence is something you build. Confidence is something you train. And when you rewire your mind for certainty and for success, everything starts to change. And this is why you've got to do the work every day. You can't just do the work one and done. It's not just I'm just going to be confident. I'm just going to be confident and I'll pretend to do affirmations. And no, you've got to fully embody it and believe it. And this work has to happen every day. Okay. If you want to truly build the neural pathways for success and for confidence, you've got to step into your highest and best self every morning, every noon, every night. And so repetition is required. And I've got a resource I'd like to offer you if you want to really get to know yourself better than anyone else. That is one of the ultimate confidence builders, because you get to know what you truly want. You don't have to be comparing yourself to others. You get to know what your legacy truly is. You learn what your operating system is, and you learn to work with your strengths instead of against them. When you learn to stay in your own lane, confidence will be a natural byproduct. So I'd like to invite you, and if this is something of interest to you, we have the Personal Elevation Playbook. This is something I wrote a while back, and it helps you step into more fulfillment, purpose, and legacy. And it really does have the secrets of impact from the inside out. It's going to show you how to align yourself and your actions for bigger purpose. It's going to show you some mindset traps that you might fall into and some mindset shifts that can create that lasting fulfillment, and help you design a roadmap, the beautiful legacy, a roadmap towards this life and business that you want and love, that excites you each and every day. So if you want access to the playbook, just mention playbook in the chat, and my team or I will make sure to get this to you. I thank you for being here, and I will see you again next week.